guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title, guys, you can see once again we're going to be talking about the beautiful Halle Berry and her dusty ex-husband. You guys know, I think it was just yesterday I made a video because we already know these males don't know what it is for them to go out here kiss and not tell. I think it is very sad the time and day that we're living in, because unfortunately, all of these dust bucket, whenever they do come out here and they get in front of another dusty that has a microphone, we already know these male be running their little filthy mouth like the B that they like to address us as, and they be saying that us as women, we like to be talking about everything. Nonetheless, once again, I think it is so sad to see that these male are always coming out here, not only running their filthy mouth, but we already know the only reason why they tend to do that is because these male are obsessed with them coming out here and humiliating beautiful, successful women. So just in case you guys need a reminder of what Halle Berry, Dusty ex-husband, said about her, listen to what he had to say, and then we will come back with more.
We never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean,
traditional,
and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. And as you guys can see, I'm addressing this male as Halle Berry's ex-husband because at the end of the day, that is literally all he will ever be. Nonetheless, once again, you guys just heard what this male had to say, ultimately coming out here saying that he left Halle Berry because she didn't want to cook, she didn't want to clean, and he felt that she wasn't motherly. Notice how this male also went on to elaborate, talking about he was young and he didn't really value therapy and so much stuff back then. Is this male also not realizing that Halle Berry was also very young? And regardless if she was young or not, why are you going out here literally marrying into one of the most successful actresses within that time period? And you coming out here wanting her to be this domesticated woman. If you wanted that, why didn't you go out here and get that from the beginning? But once again, these male has a very weird obsession of them coming out here and trying to humble beautiful, successful women. And naturally, guys, once again, because we're living in this technological day and age where even though these celebrities, for whatever reason, these people like to pretend as if they're about the rest of us, at the end of the day, we're all on the same app. We're all seeing the same story. So Halle Berry, she saw what this dust mite had to say, and she decided to ultimately respond to him. So guys, listen to what this content creator had to say. Also, listen to what Halle Berry decided that she was going to post in regard to this, and then we will come back with more.
She really didn't need to respond whatsoever, but she did. Here I am, minding my business, scrolling through another app, and Halle Berry posted this. She wrote, "Phew, cooking, cleaning, and mothering," to which I say, ha ha ha, and I'll bet David is upset. She shares images of her and her family on vacation, laying up with her new man, hanging with her kids, sharing artwork. This says, Mom. And she's just relaxing with wine between her toes. Honestly, Halle Berry is a vibe. She's letting us know, yeah, I heard the nonsense. But she's unbothered. Why? Because she's fabulous. And also, she turned 59 years old today. Happy birthday, Halle Berry. And David, I hope your wife is cooking something delicious for dinner. Things always happen for a reason, and Halle Berry truly dodged a bullet.
So I think that was such a graceful and classy response. No fussing, no fighting, just coming out here, basically making this male know that he should go and have several seats. Another interesting point that I do have to point out, you guys notice at the end, the content creator incorporated his wife. I think that is the major problem that this male truly had with Halle Berry, because at the end of the day, yes, she is biracial. But if you look at her, we already know this society will primarily address her as a black woman, right? And we already know this is precisely what the lowest hanging fruit of society has been trying to get the farthest that they possibly can from. So at the end of the day, the photo of him and his new wife, that is the reason why it didn't necessarily work out with him and Halle Berry, because at the end of the day, regardless of her being a biracial preference, she's still not a white woman. Nonetheless, you guys already know, I also had to hop into the comment section because I just know people are going to have a lot to say. So as y'all can see, the very first commentator say, can someone give me context? Clearly, this person here has been living under a rock, because this story, I think it was like sometime earlier this week, it literally went viral because, once again, considering that we're living in such a sensitive day and age, these males continue to come out here, run their filthy mouth, always trying to come out here and be misogynistic towards us as women. But as y'all can see, I am ecstatic to see that so much more women are waking up. And I do have to say that is indeed partially why it is imperative for us to continuously come out here and talk about these type of stuff. So as you guys can see, the content creator responded by saying, I posted a video about it. You can't miss his big head on my page. So this other one here said, I'm not even rich and I don't even want to cook and clean. To be quite frank, guys, I don't really think it really has anything to do with you being rich or not, because at the end of the day, again, I didn't necessarily know who this male was. And as you guys can see, I still don't care to remember his name, but they both were successful where they were able to come out here and hire staff. But this male, because she's a woman, he felt like it was her duty to ultimately be barefoot pregnant and not having anything to say, because these are the same group of males that will consistently be coming out here crying, talking about they want to go back in time when women were traditional. These male has no concept of what being a traditional husband imply, because at the end of the day, these male in one breath will be saying they want traditional women, but in their other stinky breath, they will have the audacity to ask you if you will be willing to be in a 50-50 struggle situation with them. Once again, ladies, it's not really worth it. So as y'all can see, this other commentator here say, she doesn't play. She turned up for Razzie holding her Oscar. Exactly. This Dusty here said, her man is not new. They've been together since 2020. I mean, who really cares? The point of the matter is she's out here, she's thriving. I'm pretty sure she has accomplished every single thing that she has always wanted in life, because just like the content creators say, this woman literally just turned 59 and looking fabulous as ever. This is precisely why this male is coming out here being upset, because he thought, oh, I'm going to leave the Halle Berry. He thought that that somehow was going to make her feel a certain way. No, she just went on and did bigger and better thing. And one thing that these men hate more than women, because regardless of what y'all say, no one can convince me that the reason why these men continuously be coming out here and talking so negatively on women is because they want boyfriends and husbands. So this Dusty say, if she wasn't bothered, she wouldn't have posted anything. So you're telling me that this male can come out here, run his filthy mouth, talk about this beautiful woman, and she don't have the right to come out here and respond? Just the audacity of these dust bucket to be coming out here feeling that it is only on them to come out here and run their mouth. And if we do decide that we're going to come out here and defend ourselves, oh, you must be bothered, otherwise you wouldn't respond. No, that is her prerogative, as she wants to come out here and respond to this dust bucket talking on her life almost 3 decades later. He has his own seasoned chicken. Why can't he go out here and sit down with her? This one here say Google say he married his wife 24 years ago and he's still talking about his ex-wife. Damn. This one here say he has a whole wife and still has Halle on his mind. How embarrassing. This one say he turned those IG comments off, especially under his wife's pics. Oh, I wonder why. This one say if I was rich, I wouldn't be cooking or cleaning either. This one say my sweet husband is in love with her. Absolutely. And lastly, guys, I had to conclude this video here with a banger. This one say his wife looks like Father Jenner. I'm sorry, guys, but I think that this is so true. For those of you guys who don't know what they're referring to, they're talking about Bruce Jenner, who's currently calling himself Caitlyn Jenner. I think it is so interesting. You guys remember Cat Williams when he went on the Grandpa Shannon Show podcast and he spoke about how Hollywood was going to start to be exposed. And he also spoke about some of the lowest hanging fruits of society, whether that's indeed a black male or a biracial black male, who we already know the vast majority of these male are indeed product of self-hating black male. Remember when Cat Williams say that the vast majority of these low-hanging fruit, they tend to get with all of these hard-faced non-black women? Hey, his word, not mine. But nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole dusty predicament. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about Halle Berry coming out here and responding to her dusty ex-husband, saying that the reason why he left her is because she didn't want to cook and clean and she didn't seem motherly. Once again, based upon what I have been seeing from Halle Berry, she seemed to be doing just fine. Nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. What are your thoughts and opinion, or please get in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.